Hi friends, Diana here from Garden Love. Today I want to make this video for my friend Dorsey Green from Texas. He's a YouTube friend here. He's always commenting and watching my videos, and he asked me a really good question that I really wanted to answer this because he said, how do you keep your trees so beautiful, thriving and growing? And I want to be truly transparent on how I'm doing that. And let's get into it. I have over a dozen of fruit trees growing on this hillside garden. They're all thriving and growing and lush. I also have a collection of fruit trees in containers that are producing tons and tons of fruit, and an amazing citrus orchard that gives me fruit every single year. And while most of my trees like this persimmon are thriving and growing, looking lush and green, I want to be transparent with you and tell you that not all of them have made it that far. And let me show you what I'm talking about. This is one of my most favorite trees. It's a snow queen nectarine. It's the second one I installed in here, and it's the second one that died. With every bad experience, there's a lesson that I learn, and I want to tell you the lessons that I've learned through all my bad experiences, and even my good experiences have taught me something, and I'm going to share them with you so you don't make the same mistakes. Do you guys see this hole right here? And that hole right there? And that hole right there? Well, those are gopher holes, which means that anything that I plant here, most likely the gophers are going to go to town and eat them up. I learned that the hard way. There used to be a row of trees right here, and the only one so far that made it is that apple tree that you commented on and said that it looks lush and beautiful. Let's go over there because I want to show you something else. This is my beautiful, I've just recently figured out that it's not 3, it's actually 4 in 1. And let me show you what they are. The Beverly Hills apple, the Anna apple, the Fuji apple, and the Desert Gold apple. So there is 4 in 1. The tree is looking amazing. Every single branch is waking up at a different time. And I'm going to have fruit. I'm so excited. Look at it. This is the first apple tree that we finally successfully grow. Before that, look at that sister. There used to be another tree here that grew and died. I believe the gophers got to it, or the drip line wasn't properly getting water here. But through this process, I learned another lesson. I don't know if you can tell the original hole for this tree that I planted, an apple tree that I planted, it was that wide. Then when I decided to add another apple tree, I made it to the right of it and I made it wider. But what this has done, it's created a pool of where the water can get dripped in and actually water this tree a lot better. And that is the beauty of all of those failures that I learned here. Especially because we are on a slope, you want to make sure that your tree is getting enough water. If the drip's going down and just the water dripping away from the roots of your tree, then you're actually not doing your tree a favor. So what I've learned from this is I'm going to dig up a hole. For one, I need to put cages for any trees that are very loved by the gophers. This one, I took a risk and it hasn't done anything, but I think it's because all the soil around it is loose and the gophers make it to that point and they're like, oh, there's a hole here, I'm not going to go any further, and they don't make it as far as this tree. So I'm going to just pray that this tree roots get established as fast as possible and they get so big that the gophers don't affect it anymore. So dig a wide hole. If it's on a slope, dig it above. Gopher cages. And moch. Moch has been like the lifesaver of these trees. Because I do live in Zone 9B, Southern California, where it's dry. It's not humid like Texas. So in Texas, you might not need moch as much as you need it here because there's moisture in the air and the water might not evaporate as fast as it does here. So if you live in a desert area, moch is going to be the key to success for any of your fruit trees. digging up the holes wide enough so there could be a pool of water when it rains, and it could get well saturated into your soil. If you're gonna put it in the ground, you want to make sure that you put gopher cages if you have a gopher problem. Let's see, those are 3 things. I want to show you other things that I've seen, and let's walk over there. Before I walk over there, let me show you guys. This 4-in-1 peach tree has a gopher cage, and this one is actually not doing as best, and I have some theories about this. What I've noticed is that the 4-in-1, for one, this branch died. I don't think it ever got grafted correctly, and it died. This branch also died. So it might be just one type of peach tree, because this peach right here that got grafted, it is very aggressive. As you can tell, it is growing a lot faster than the other ones. So my theory is that it's taking more energy from the other branches, and it's also shading it because it's so big. So my plan is to air layer a piece of that, to cut it in half, and hopefully some of the energy can go to some of these other branches. And this, I didn't want to take a risk on this one either, also has a gopher cage. And this one is doing so good. I'm so proud of it. It definitely has doubled in size. My husband needs to dig another hole so I can do the theory of the water and the hole taking in the water. I am a little concerned about my apple tree, and I'm going to tell you why I planted it before I added a gopher cage. Because this tree, I had it in a container for a long time, and it was starting to die because I couldn't keep up with the water. And in desperation, I said, dig up a hole. I am putting it in there, and I did. I prayed about it, and I said, please, if you're meant to be, you will be. And it's doing so well, so I might ask him to do another hole right here where they have access to the roots. The nice thing is that you guys can't see right here, but there is a trench right here that also has the gopher caging, so the gophers might not go through here. This one might be okay, because if they come, they're gonna come from that direction, and they're gonna find the hole there, and they're not gonna make it all the way there. Since I neglected my basically everything for the last 2 years, and I'm slowly getting back to it, I realized that the most important thing for a tree to succeed is a watering schedule. That's one thing, thankfully, that I had already set up when we installed this hillside garden. There is 2 irrigation lines. That's why we have a trench going across where my apple tree is, because it's going all the way up there, and from there we have irrigation lines set up. So having a schedule for your trees, I would say, is the number one most important thing for your trees to succeed, thrive, and grow, for them to become lush and green. Because I haven't done much to those trees. They are just growing and thriving, and now that I'm giving them a little bit more attention, they are really, really growing and thriving. So watering is the number one tip I would suggest for you to give your trees. Second to that, location would be the next thing. And lastly, fertilizing it. No, not lastly. Fertilizing it, and then mulching it. Really quick, I set up a table here with an umbrella because I love the sun and I love the heat. It really helps me. The heat really helps with my back pain. And my whole plan is to come out here and enjoy the weather. Unfortunately, I don't have any Wi-Fi in this area, and it's $120 to get a separate Wi-Fi for this area, because my dream is to eventually be able to do live with you guys out here, even back there where my nursery is at, my seedlings are at, so I can do seedlings, do propagation, and just have you guys along with my lives. But I'm not there yet. Having plants could get expensive, and growing things can get expensive, so I can add that on top of fertilizing and paying someone to move moch and all the things that unfortunately I can't do right now because of my knee and back. So for now we're gonna stick to the videos, but at some point I would love to do lives with you guys and just talk to you guys. It's so much nicer to be able to see what you guys, the questions you guys are asking, and just have a little chat. This is the most comfortable place that I find on my property to relax. I'm hoping to get some hummingbird feeders because I love hummingbirds. And then also maybe get a fountain right behind you guys because I would love to see the hummingbirds. I have a fountain in front of my home, which is also behind you guys, and I see hummingbirds all the time. They go drink water, and I want to be able to do the same thing here, to just sit out here. Sometimes I come out here and to get my notepad and write my notes on what I want to talk to you guys about, and just thoughts or to-do list, and look around and I get ideas like, oh, that needs to be done. Sometimes I have fruit trees here, which I don't show a lot. They came with the property. They're at their end of their life, it looks like. I've been trying to keep them alive. So I'll let the water run, and then I'll just set a timer like 10 minutes because they are on drip, but they don't get enough, I think, sometimes, especially when it's really hot. So I'll put the hose there and I'll water it, and then I'll move it to the next orange tree, and then like my grapes that are over there. So yeah, anyways, I hope that answered your question. I hope that it helped. I just wanted to be transparent that all my trees are looking lush and beautiful. Usually when I post a video, it's the ones that are surprising me, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm excited to show you guys how well it's doing. There is a few that just didn't make it. In fact, I have a cherry tree there. It's just a stick that didn't make it. And if you guys been here for a while, you guys know that I used to have a cherry Estella tree in a pot, and that was already ready to get planted. And because when your trees are so root bound and they're like ready to get moved to its new location, they don't have a lot of room to absorb water, so you have to be watering it so often, and that it just didn't get the attention that it needed, and it died. That's why I say the number one thing, even if you can't do anything else, if you can just stick to a watering schedule, if you can find an irrigation system that works for you, and just watering. The watering is so important. After this video, I'm actually gonna do a different video showing you guys how I've been managing to keep a lot of things alive with my watering system. I have an unboxing to do with an irrigation system. I'll probably set it up with you guys and just show you guys, because I have over there where my Airstream's at, I have plants that have access to absolutely no water, and I set that up. But let me save that talk for the next video. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.